the working holiday visa.
Yeah.
And I decided to travel around the country and sometimes work in hostels and guest houses.
Thank you for taking time. My name is Ryu. What's your name?
My name is Franziska, but you can call me Fran.
Fran.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So where are you from?
I'm from Germany.
Germany. So how long have you been here?
I've been in Japan for 10 months since October last year.
10 months. So what brings you here?
So I really like a lot of Japanese anime and video games and also Japanese music.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to visit the country.
So you decided to go to Japan and worked here?
Yes, I came here with the working holiday visa.
Yeah.
And I decided to travel around the country and sometimes work in hostels and guest houses.
So how long did you work and travel?
So usually I focus more on traveling.
Yeah.
And sometimes I combined the two, so I did like a little bit of work in one place while also traveling around the area in that one place. So yeah, usually I stayed in one area about 1 month.
So how was working experience in Japan?
It was okay. I thought it would be worse from what I
Yeah.
read on the internet. But I think since I was only doing like house cleaning
Yeah.
and hostels, it was not as tough as maybe for Japanese office workers, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was still an interesting experience to see how working in Japan works compared to my own country.
So you only worked in the hotel as a foreigner? Or your co-worker is also foreigner?
Some of them were also foreigners. There were lots of other foreigners who only worked there for like a month, but the main staff was usually Japanese.
So did you talk to them in Japanese?
Most of them knew English, but some of them didn't, so I tried to communicate in Japanese, but my Japanese is very limited, so it was more like, yeah.
Okay, like limited conversation. Okay, so what is most surprising things in Japan through 10 months?
I think the most surprising thing for me was how much Japanese trust other people. With, for example, many Japanese just leave their things
Yeah.
somewhere like on a bench and leave to go somewhere. Because you can't do that in Germany because somebody would steal your stuff.
Yeah, we can't do this like through Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have had a
I think this is very surprising.
Yeah, I was super surprised. Like, if I open MacBook on the train in Europe, someone will take it for sure.
Yeah. That's I think the most surprising thing.
Even in Germany, is it a little bit dangerous?
Yeah, definitely more than here in Japan.
Okay. So, what is the best experience for 10 months?
I visited Sapporo in winter for the snow and ice festival, and I think that was the best experience because I was very fascinated by the ice sculptures.
Yeah.
It was very cool, and I really liked the snow. So
Oh, wait, when did you go?
in February.
February. Oh, that's best season.
Yeah. It was very cold though.
Yeah. In Germany, it is not that cold.
Depends on the area, but
How about your area?
not that cold.
Okay.
Hokkaido.
So you got overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So did you travel by yourself or with your friends?
I traveled by myself. So to Sapporo I traveled with a friend, but overall I traveled alone.
Okay, I guess Europe and Japan is totally different. And how did you get used to living here?
I think at first it was difficult
Yeah.
adapting to the culture, and especially since Japan has lots of social rules.
Yes,
It was
sir.
I made a lot of mistakes at the beginning.
How did you make a mistake?
Yeah, there are just some things that I didn't know that this is, for example, inappropriate to do
Yeah.
in public because it's no problem in Germany. But I think it's okay to adapt by just following what other Japanese are doing. So I just followed whatever they were doing.
And you learned a lot of rules.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. You said you don't speak a lot of Japanese, and how did you make friends here?
So most of the friends I made know English, so it wasn't that difficult then. But yeah, I tried to. So I know the basics of Japanese, so like small talk is possible somehow.
Yeah.
So it was okay to get like through the first steps of making friends with my Japanese. So yeah.
Okay, I want to ask about your country, and where is the best spot you can recommend for visitor in Germany?
I would definitely recommend the Castle Neuschwanstein.
Castle?
Castle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very huge castle that was built by a king like 200 years ago maybe.
Yeah.
And it's like very nice to visit. Yeah, I think that's the best spot.
Okay.
And maybe also the mountains.
Okay, so could you give any advice to someone want to go to your country in the future?
Germany, there's not much that you have to be afraid of. Because
Yeah.
I think maybe one advice would be to not take too personal. Germans are usually very straightforward and direct people.
Yeah.
And I think one advice is to not take that too personally, because that's just a way of communication in Germany. So it's not a way of being like mean to the other people. And I've heard a lot of people from foreign countries say that they had the feeling Germans were just really rude. But I guess it's just a direct way of communicating that we have.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I want to ask your short-term goal right now.
My goal right now is, so when I get back to Germany,
Yeah.
I want to study at university. And my goal is to manage to do like a year abroad. So I want to study 1 year abroad in Japan. And for that, I would like to learn some more Japanese. So I hope that I can achieve that goal.
You mean you want to come back to Japan as an exchange student?
Yes,
That's so cool. So now you're 18 years old? 19?
19.
That's so cool. Oh, you utilized your gap year and you came to here.
Yes.
That's a cool choice. So what do you want to study in your college?
I want to study media studies.
Yeah.
So it focuses like on movies and like how movies are made, and also video games. And I think since Japan is like, they make a lot of video games.
Yep.
So I think it's a good country. To
Like Nintendo,
Yes.
Sony.
Yes.
Okay. So last question. So you said you will leave Japan soon, and how do you feel? How is your like honest feeling right now?
I feel very sad about leaving Japan. I would love to stay longer, and I cannot wait to come back. I mean, I'm happy about seeing my family and friends in Germany again, but I really like Japan.
But I know how you feel. Like you must really miss your family and friends in Germany. Okay, thank you for taking time. Thank you so much.